German shepherd was digging frantically near the river. What the baby girl saw changed everything. You think you've seen kindness? Think again. What happened between a child and a wounded animal in the middle of nowhere has turned into one of the most heartwarming stories of the year. It's raw, it's real, and it will restore your faith in humanity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. The sun hung gently in the sky, casting a warm, golden glow over the peaceful riverside. A soft breeze rustled the leaves of the towering trees, and the gentle flow of the river created a soothing melody that filled the air. Nearby, a little baby girl, no more than 5 years old, was playing quietly with a small collection of pebbles and sticks she had gathered. Her laughter was soft, innocent, a delicate melody blending perfectly with the sounds of nature around her. Suddenly, her attention was drawn to a sudden movement by the riverbank. A German shepherd, sleek and strong, was digging furiously into the soft earth. The dog's paws were moving with such urgency, dirt flying everywhere, as if it was searching for something of immense importance. At first, the baby girl thought the dog was simply playing, chasing after a hidden treasure beneath the soil, like many playful dogs often do. But there was something different this time, something intense, almost desperate in the dog's movements. Curiosity bubbled within the baby girl. With cautious steps, she wandered closer to the riverbank, her small eyes fixed on the frantic digging. She could see the dog's muscles tense with effort, its ears alert, eyes wide and focused. The river's sparkle mirrored the intensity in the dog's gaze, as if the very water itself held secrets about what lay beneath the surface. The air around them seemed to hold its breath as the dog's digging grew more frantic, more urgent. Clumps of wet earth flew into the air, landing softly on the girl's shoes and pants. The dog's heavy breaths mingled with the babbling river, creating an almost haunting symphony of nature and determination. Her heart quickened as she watched, sensing that this was no ordinary moment. Then, just as the dog's claws scraped deeper into the earth, the baby girl caught the first glimpse of something unusual. A small corner of cloth, dirt-stained and partially buried, poking through the muddy soil. Her eyes widened in confusion and fear. What could this be? Why was the dog so desperate to uncover it? A wave of emotion swept over her, confusion, concern, and a growing determination to find out what was hidden beneath the riverbank. The peaceful afternoon suddenly felt charged with tension and mystery, as if the whole riverside was holding a secret that was about to be revealed. The dog paused momentarily, ears twitching as if sensing the baby girl's presence. Their eyes met, an unspoken understanding passing between them. It was a fragile moment filled with silent urgency. The dog wasn't just digging for fun. It was protecting something precious that the baby girl was about to discover. This is where our story begins. A story of bravery, trust, and an unexpected discovery that would change the lives of everyone around the river forever. What the German shepherd uncovered in that frantic digging spot was more than anyone could have imagined. It was a secret that would break hearts, inspire courage, and weave an unbreakable bond between a little girl and a dog. Stay with us as we unravel this emotional journey, filled with moments that will tug at your heartstrings and revelations that will leave you breathless. Don't go anywhere. The story is just getting started. The Riverside neighborhood was a picture of serene beauty, a place where nature and community seemed to coexist in quiet harmony. Tall trees lined the gently flowing river, their leaves casting dappled shadows on the soft earth. Wildflowers bloomed along the banks, painting the landscape with bursts of color that shifted with the seasons. The sound of water rushing over smooth stones blended with birdsong, creating a soundtrack of peacefulness that greeted everyone who came near. Yet beneath this tranquil surface, the neighborhood held its share of untold stories, whispers of past struggles, unspoken fears, and secrets buried as deeply as the roots of the old trees. Though the community appeared close-knit, an undercurrent of tension hummed beneath the smiles and greetings exchanged among neighbors. At the heart of this riverside world was a little baby girl named Lily, a bright-eyed child of 5, full of innocence and curiosity. Every day, she made her way to the riverbank, drawn by its calming presence and the endless possibilities it offered for play and discovery. With her soft curls bouncing and cheeks flushed with excitement, Lily would explore the winding paths, collect smooth stones, and toss small twigs into the flowing water, watching them disappear downstream. Lily's family lived in a cozy house nestled just a stone's throw from the river. Her parents, hardworking yet loving, encouraged her connection with nature while keeping a watchful eye on her adventures. Despite their busy lives, the family found joy in the simple moments, the laughter shared on sunny afternoons, the quiet talks on the porch, and the companionship of the loyal German shepherd that was more than just a pet. He was a guardian of their little world. The German shepherd, named Max, was a striking figure, majestic and strong, with a thick coat of black and tan fur that glistened in the sunlight. His eyes held a depth of intelligence and warmth, a testament to his protective nature and gentle heart. Max had been a part of the family since Lily was a toddler, growing alongside her, watching over her every step with unwavering loyalty. Max's temperament was a perfect blend of alertness and calm. He was quick to sense danger but never aggressive without cause. The community had come to trust and respect him, often referring to him as the unofficial protector of the riverside. His presence brought a sense of safety that comforted both children and adults alike. The riverbank itself was more than just a place of natural beauty. It was a sacred space woven into the fabric of the neighborhood's life. Generations had come here to fish, picnic, and find solace in the water's gentle embrace. Yet, like any place touched by time, it held shadows alongside its light. Unseen corners, overgrown thickets, and old hollows hinted at stories left untold, waiting to be uncovered. Lily and Max shared a special bond that went beyond words. Their relationship was marked by playfulness, a chase through the meadow, shared quiet moments beneath the trees, and the unspoken understanding between child and dog. Max was attentive to Lily's moods, sensing when she needed protection or comfort. And Lily, in turn, found solace in Max's steadfast presence, her small hands often resting on his thick fur, a silent promise of friendship and trust. While many neighbors cherished Max and the riverside's charm, there were those who held mixed feelings. Some worried about the dangers hidden near the water, others whispered about mysterious happenings in the woods nearby, and a few expressed concern about stray animals and the safety of the children playing so freely. These murmurs added to the subtle tension that lingered, a reminder that peace was often fragile. Beneath the calm exterior of this community lay a quiet unease, an unspoken sense that something was waiting to be revealed, something that would test the bonds between neighbors, between Lily and Max, and between the past and the present. The stage was set, the players in place, and the river flowed onward, carrying with it the promise of discovery, heartbreak, and ultimately, hope. As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows over the water, Lily and Max prepared unknowingly to step into a story far bigger than their peaceful days had ever been. A story where trust, bravery, and love would face the ultimate challenge, one that would change the course of their lives and the whole neighborhood forever. The afternoon air was warm and gentle as Lily played near the riverbank, her laughter mingling with the soft rustle of leaves. But amidst the calm, something caught her attention. Max, the German shepherd she had grown to trust and adore, was behaving unlike ever before. He was digging frantically into the soft earth beside the flowing water, his paws moving rapidly as if driven by an urgent purpose. Max's body was tense, muscles coiled with determination. His ears stood erect, tail flicking with a restless energy. His eyes, usually calm and steady, were sharp and focused, scanning the hole he was creating with relentless intensity. Each movement was precise yet desperate, as if time itself was against him. Lily watched from a short distance, her small brow furrowing in confusion. She had seen Max dig before, but never with such frenzy. The dirt flew wildly, mixing with the river's cool breeze, and the soft thuds of his paws against the earth echoed in her ears. Her curiosity grew stronger, pushing her closer despite the faint voice of caution inside her mind. "Max, what are you doing?" she whispered, stepping forward slowly. Her heart pounded, a mix of excitement and unease swirling inside her. She could sense that this was no ordinary moment, that something important was hidden beneath the disturbed ground. Ignoring the soft warning, Lily knelt down beside the restless dog, her tiny hands hovering over the dirt he had turned up. As Max paused briefly to sniff the air, he shot a quick glance toward her, as if urging her to keep moving forward. The bond between them gave her courage, and with trembling fingers, she reached into the hole Max had created. The earth was cool and damp beneath her palms, but as she dug deeper, her fingers brushed against something unexpected, something fragile. Her eyes widened, reflecting a sudden wave of shock and wonder. There, partially buried and trembling, lay a tiny bundle. It was small, vulnerable, and crying softly, as if asking for help in a language only the heart could understand. Max immediately shifted from frantic digging to a protective stance. His posture changed, firm, alert, and fiercely gentle all at once. He positioned himself between the fragile discovery and the world beyond, his growl low and warning but void of aggression. It was a silent promise. Nothing would harm what he had found. Lily's breath caught in her throat as she peered at the fragile life before her. Tears welled in her eyes, her innocent heart overwhelmed by the gravity of the moment. Despite her young age, she understood that what lay in that hole was precious, in desperate need of care and protection. She reached out slowly, cradling the bundle with the utmost tenderness, whispering soft reassurances as if her voice alone could shield it from harm. Realizing the urgency, Lily scrambled to her feet, determination setting her small frame alight. She needed help. She ran toward the house, her voice trembling but clear as she called for her parents. Yet when she tried to explain, the adults met her words with skepticism. A child's story, a dog's frantic digging, too unbelievable to be true. Frustration and fear gripped Lily, but Max stayed close, his presence a steady anchor in the chaos. The neighbors, too, soon caught wind of the tale. Whispers spread quickly through the community, rumors of something hidden by the river, of a dog's desperate act, of a child's brave discovery. Concern grew, anxiety weaving through the quiet streets like an unseen current. Some neighbors rushed to the scene, their faces etched with worry. Others offered cautious support, unsure of what to believe but moved by the gravity in Lily's eyes and the fierce loyalty in Max's stance. The riverbank, once a place of simple joy, had become a stage for an unfolding mystery, one that would test the hearts and souls of everyone in the neighborhood. As evening shadows lengthened and the sun dipped low, the urgency of the moment settled like a heavy cloak over the community. What had Max uncovered in his frantic digging? What fate awaited the fragile life nestled in the earth? And how would Lily's innocence and courage shape the journey to come? This was only the beginning, a moment etched in time where bravery met vulnerability and a dog's protective spirit intertwined with a child's tender heart to change everything forever. The moment Lily's urgent cries reached the ears of her parents, a flurry of activity ignited through the quiet riverside neighborhood. Adults hurried toward the spot where Max had been digging frantically, their faces etched with concern and urgency. Soon, rescue teams arrived. Local authorities, animal welfare volunteers, and emergency responders, each carrying equipment and determination in their eyes. The once peaceful riverbank transformed into a hub of coordinated care and cautious investigation. Lily, still clutching the fragile bundle in her arms, stood surrounded by grown-ups who knelt down to listen attentively. Despite her young age, her voice was steady and clear as she described what she had seen: the frantic digging, Max's protective stance, and the tiny, vulnerable life hidden beneath the earth. Her courage shone brightly, illuminating the scene and inspiring those around her to act swiftly and compassionately. The rescuers worked with precision. The fragile being was carefully examined, wrapped in warm blankets to shield it from the chill of the evening air. Medical professionals gently checked for signs of injury or illness, their hands skilled yet tender. Each breath, each heartbeat was monitored with growing hope and cautious optimism. The atmosphere was thick with a mixture of relief and tension as the community held its collective breath. Max remained a constant presence by their side. His usual energy was tempered into a calm vigilance, his eyes scanning the surroundings while his body rested protectively near the rescue area. The dog's instincts seemed to extend not just to guarding the fragile discovery but also to offering a soothing calm to those gathered. His gentle nudges and soft whines fostered a sense of trust among the rescuers and the baby girl alike. Neighbors arrived, drawn by the commotion and the gravity of the moment. Some brought hot drinks and blankets, others offered kind words and supportive gestures. Conversations buzzed quietly, plans for further care, ideas for shelter, and offers to help in any way possible. The riverbank, once just a serene corner of their lives, became a testament to the power of community and shared compassion. Animal shelter representatives arrived next, ready to provide professional care and safe temporary housing. Their arrival brought reassurance that the fragile life, along with Max, would be protected and nurtured. If the discovery included a human infant or a vulnerable child, child welfare authorities also joined the team, ensuring that every necessary step was taken to safeguard their well-being. Throughout the evening, emotional moments unfolded like delicate petals. Lily, small yet brave, was allowed close to the rescued being, her gentle touch and soft words bridging the gap between fear and comfort. Max's presence by her side seemed to strengthen this bond, 3 lives intertwined by fate and kindness. Trust blossomed in that quiet riverside space, a silent promise of protection and healing. As darkness fell and the rescue operation transitioned into recovery, the neighborhood stood united, an unspoken vow that no life would be left behind, no heart unattended. The baby girl's bravery had sparked a wave of hope, the German shepherd's loyalty had guided it, and the community's compassion had embraced it. Together, they had turned a frantic digging into a story of rescue, care, and the unbreakable bonds that define humanity and its connection to the creatures we share our world with. The investigation into the mysterious discovery by the riverside began almost as soon as the rescue was completed. Police officers, along with animal welfare officials and forensic experts, arrived at the digging site to collect evidence and piece together what had transpired. The peaceful riverbank, once a place of childhood laughter and quiet reflection, now bore the marks of a tense and troubling inquiry. Officers carefully examined the disturbed earth where Max had dug with such urgency, searching for any signs that could explain why something so fragile and hidden was buried there. They found traces of disturbed soil patterns, faint footprints leading to and from the scene, and fragments of fabric caught on nearby branches, each clue whispering secrets waiting to be unveiled. The evidence suggested more than just accidental burial. Hints of neglect and possibly foul play hung heavily in the air. As the forensic team sifted through the evidence, the dog's history became a critical focal point. Max, the loyal German shepherd, was not just a random canine. Neighbors shared stories of his previous life, how he had belonged to an older man who had recently passed away, leaving Max to wander alone before being taken in by Lily's family. His fierce loyalty and protective instincts, they said, had always been remarkable. Some speculated that his frantic digging was driven by a profound sense of duty, a desperate attempt to protect something dear. Detectives interviewed neighbors and witnesses, piecing together observations from the days and weeks leading up to the discovery. Several reported seeing unfamiliar faces lurking near the riverbank, suspicious activities late at night, and occasional sounds that raised their concern but went unreported. One elderly resident recounted how Max had appeared restless for days, pacing near the water's edge as if sensing danger. These testimonies added layers of complexity and heightened the community's anxiety. Meanwhile, the emotional turmoil within Lily's family deepened as they grappled with the unfolding mystery. Questions about how the fragile being had ended up buried and abandoned haunted their days and nights. The bond between Lily, Max, and the rescued life grew stronger amid this storm of uncertainty, each moment of connection offering a fragile beacon of hope. The story quickly caught the attention of local media, transforming the quiet neighborhood into a hotspot of public interest. News crews arrived, eager to capture interviews and footage of the rescue and the ongoing investigation. Public reaction was intense. Messages of support poured in, but so did questions about accountability and justice. The community found itself united yet vulnerable, standing at the crossroads of hope and heartbreak. As the investigation progressed, the true depth of Max's loyalty and the mysterious connection to the buried secret began to reveal itself. Authorities uncovered evidence suggesting the fragile life was tied to a darker past, involving neglect and perhaps desperate attempts to protect innocence. Max's frantic digging was no random act. It was a courageous effort to shield what he held dear from harm. This revelation reshaped how everyone viewed the dog, not just as a pet or guardian, but as a silent hero whose instincts had led to a life-saving discovery. The emotional weight of this truth settled over the neighborhood like a heavy fog, but also ignited a collective resolve to seek justice and healing. With each new piece of evidence and heartfelt testimony, the investigation wove a complex tapestry of loyalty, loss, and the unyielding power of compassion. The baby girl's courage, the dog's fierce devotion, and the community's unwavering support created a story that transcended tragedy, shining a light on the strength found in the most unexpected places. The days following the rescue marked the beginning of a profound healing journey, both physical and emotional, for everyone involved. The fragile being that Max had uncovered received immediate medical attention. Veterinarians and, where necessary, pediatric specialists worked tirelessly to ensure a full recovery. Each small milestone in healing was celebrated, and the fragile life slowly began to thrive, buoyed by the unwavering support surrounding it. Lily, the baby girl whose curiosity had set the entire rescue in motion, took on a nurturing role with an innocent yet fierce dedication. She visited daily, her small hands offering gentle comfort and soft words filled with love. Each visit deepened the bond not only between her and the rescued life but also with Max, whose recovery was equally remarkable. Once tense and guarded, Max's demeanor softened, and the sparkle of playful joy returned to his eyes. His tail wagged freely once more, and moments of carefree play became a heartwarming part of their daily routine. This healing was not confined to the physical. The family and the broader community united, creating a cocoon of emotional support and resilience. Neighbors rallied together, offering meals, sharing stories, and simply being present for one another during this transformative time. The trauma of what had happened lingered, but so did a collective sense of hope and renewal. The neighborhood, once shadowed by uncertainty, now blossomed with a renewed spirit of compassion and connection. For Lily, this experience was nothing short of transformative. The empathy and courage she displayed left an indelible mark on her young heart, Her family noticed subtle but powerful changes in her character: a blossoming kindness, an increased sensitivity to the needs of others, and a newfound sense of responsibility. These qualities enriched family dynamics, bringing them closer together as they shared in the journey of healing. The story became a living symbol within the community, a testament to second chances and the triumph of love over adversity. It was a reminder that even in the darkest moments, hope can take root and flourish. Max's protective instinct, Lily's bravery, and the community's unwavering support illustrated the profound impact of compassion and care. Together, they crafted a narrative of healing that transcended the individual. It was about the bonds forged in adversity, the strength found in unity, and the unbreakable spirit of hope that now defined their riverside neighborhood. This chapter of recovery was not just an end but a hopeful new beginning, filled with the promise of brighter days ahead for all. As the dust settled and the immediate crisis passed, the community gathered to ensure that the rescued life, whether a child, an animal, or both, would never again face such peril. Thanks to the combined efforts of medical professionals, animal welfare organizations, and caring neighbors, the rescued individual found a safe and loving environment. Whether adopted into a forever home, placed under foster care, or nurtured within the family that had already begun to bond with them, the outcome was filled with hope and promise. Lily's bravery did not go unnoticed. The little girl who had sparked a wave of rescue and compassion was celebrated by neighbors, local leaders, and even regional media. Her courage and empathy became a beacon of inspiration, a reminder that even the smallest voices can ignite powerful change. Max, the loyal German Shepherd, was hailed as a guardian and a hero, his unwavering loyalty embodying the profound bond between humans and animals. This incident sparked important conversations throughout the community about vigilance, animal welfare, and the responsibilities shared by neighbors. Educational programs and neighborhood watch groups were initiated to foster awareness and prevent similar tragedies. Residents committed to being more observant, to speaking up for the vulnerable, and to fostering kindness in every corner of their neighborhood. Reflecting on this journey, one is struck by the powerful themes of innocence, courage, and unconditional love that wove through every moment. It was a story not just about survival but about the enduring human and animal spirit, the capacity to protect, nurture, and heal. These timeless values were a call to all who heard this tale to carry forward its lessons in their own lives. To viewers watching the story unfold, the message is clear: remain vigilant, show compassion, and act whenever you see someone in need. Whether it's a child, an animal, or a neighbor, each of us holds the power to change a life for the better. Small actions can ripple out into waves of hope and healing that transform entire communities. As the sun sets once again over the peaceful riverside, we return to that quiet afternoon where Lily first noticed Max's frantic digging. What started as a moment of curiosity blossomed into a story of rescue, resilience, and renewal. In the gentle rustling of leaves and the calm flow of the river, hope lingers, a promise that love, courage, and compassion will always light the way forward. That was a story like no other. We hope it left you thinking. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more. See you soon with another amazing adventure.